most memorable winner was Spanish Main here when she won at Yarmouth last August. Going back to April, she had a horrendous fall, her and Shelley, back at Yarmouth, and we thought neither of them would come back. She lost her confidence completely. Shelley dislocated her hip and broke her collarbone. She ran 3 more times and ran terrible, and we just thought she's lost her confidence. And then they got together back at Yarmouth in August and won. And it was memorable because it was probably the most emotional race that we've ever won, and it just meant such a lot.
It's going to have to be Highway Robbery, breaking his maiden last summer. He progressed from 2 to 3, and he ran a couple of decent races beforehand. And it was just a case of everything falling right. The race ran to suit, and he showed a good attitude that day, getting up on the line. So I was thrilled for the owner, Carol. She hasn't had a winner for a couple of years, so it was a great day around. And that was the time last year, June, July, where we had a winner every week for 6 weeks. So the horses were in really good form, and that was a great day, and hopefully there's many more to come.
My most memorable winner is Casey Banter when she won at Chelmsford. She is the only winner I've ever led up and my first winner.
My most memorable winner is, like a lot of jockeys, is my first ever winner in the saddle on this mare, Bavarica. I had 15 attempts before I rode my first winner, but she gave me it that day, and it was one of the best days in the saddle I had for me, so it was a big relief to finally ride my first winner.
My most memorable winner at Feilden Racing has to be this guy, Gas Monkey. I was really lucky to lead him up the first time he won. I remember shouting him home and everyone thinking that I was an absolute weirdo because no one knew who I was. And I also remember Julia running towards myself, Shelley and Monkey after he'd won with her arms in the air shouting, "I bred the winner and I bred the jockey." So it was a really, it meant a lot really, to be honest. I'd never had a lot to do with him, but he's turned out to be a right little legend, and I'm lucky to say that I led him up his first win.
My most memorable winner was Spirit of Sharjah winning the listed race at Goodwood. It was the first time that we'd actually got black type, so it really marked us up, and it gives us something to aim for to get horses good enough to go into them sort of races.
My favourite winner is Majestic at Southall. I rode him all the time, and then he had a good winter spell and was placed for a good few runs there.
The winner of Julia's that I won't forget happened in 2013, a horse called Automotive. He had been really disappointed on the race course after showing plenty of ability on the gallops at home. But I kind of noticed in his races he didn't like being hit with the whip, so next time out it turned out to be an amateur race, and Julia and the owners very kindly let me ride him. So I rode him very patiently, sat him out the back at Newbury, used all the long straight, and I've never had a feeling like it in a race. He absolutely cruised from last to first and stayed on the bridle virtually all the way, won very easily. It's a very satisfying win, and like I say, haven't had a feeling like it off a horse in a race.
My most memorable winner would be King Flyer. He was a real character. He'd bite you, he'd kick you, he'd try to get rid of you on the heath every day. But there was one special thing about him, because he would dive you in a race. He'd have his head down, ears flat back, and a memorable race would have been when he won at York. And there's a picture of him, and he's head to head with this other horse. And they're getting to the winning post, and he went across and bit the horse next to him during the race. He won by a head. When he retired, he'd won 7 races and placed 19 times, and he earned over 100,000 in prize money. And Julia found him a forever retirement home, and he's still going now.